Hey guys, it's Mackenzie. Um, I just wanted to talk about my depression and why I've been kind of not on here. Um, I'm sorry if the lighting is kind of bad. I'm using sunlight, because I don't want to use my overhead light because it's really orange and I don't like that look. It's not cute. So yeah, I'm just gonna be talking about why I haven't been making YouTube videos. Like I said, I was gonna be really consistent with it, but I guess I will now. But getting into it, I got diagnosed when I was 14 with depression. I was already diagnosed with anxiety beforehand. Um, I have really manic thoughts. Like I'm really all over the place. I'm really sad most of the time. Not anymore since I take medicine, which would be a whole nother video. But I went through a series of events in my life that were just not pleasant and would kind of draw people to be depressed. So, it's just like that. All those things would also be another video, but I'm gonna talk about the straight up process of my depression, the how I'm dealing with it now and what got me to be there. Okay, I have my notes on the side, so that's what I'm looking at. But my relationship at the time was a year-long process of a relationship. The boy I was with is the same boy I was with in my last video that I had posted. He was very emotionally unavailable. I would call him crying, and he would say really unsympathetic things to me, like he's mentally giving me a high five right now, which is whatever. I'm over it now, which I seem like I'm just I got angry all of a sudden, but it's just because it's such a serious topic. But he really was just not a good boyfriend to have. Especially, he really kind of put me in negative moods all the freaking time, all the freaking time. He put me in bad moods. I really learning the fact that he was making me sad really helped me find myself, because afterwards I was like, this kid was mentally abusing me on so many levels. That would be a whole nother video, but he was not a good boyfriend. He was not. He was really rude to me. He was mean. And this means no disrespect towards him, because I know if he sees this, he's going to know I'm talking about him. But the thing is that he was not a good boyfriend. He was not a good boyfriend. I'm a really emotional person. And I need validation. I don't need constant validation, because that's not what I need. I just need to know that you care about me, and I had to force this kid to tell me he loved me. I would be I'd be "Oh, I would love a paragraph." And he'd be like, "I'm too tired in the morning," or "I'm that just I can't do it. I can't do it." And I'm but if you love someone, stuff like that comes naturally. And this kid made me feel he was as good as it was gonna get. He made me feel like I was just gonna be stuck in this relationship, because I had promised I would be with him forever. But he had made me so upset. He was not. Um, just kind of figuring that out helped me kind of release a lot of the stress that was on me at the time. And I had just, after breaking up with him, I had felt 70 pounds off my shoulders. I'm not kidding. I felt like such a better person, because we had previously broke up for 2 days. And I was like, I need him. That was the kind of thing that I was going through, was I need him. Nobody's going to love me. And that was just my anxiety coming in, because I had thought he had fed my brain to think that he was as good as it was gonna get. That's what I had kind of structured in my brain, was that he was as good as it was gonna get. No one's gonna care about me more than he does. Um, but luckily, right after me and my boyfriend had broken up, I had kind of found myself. I had started dressing like myself. I had started hanging out with people more. I had joined clubs in my school. I was being more happy. Like, I was a lot more myself. A lot of people could see the mood change. I went from like wearing like all black, just depressed, like not emo, but like you could read it, like you could see it if you were really good with that kind of thing, to like this. Like I started dyeing my hair again. I started like dressing all like pastel and stuff because that was who I was originally before I started dating him. And when I started dating him, he kind of sucked the energy out of me. Like I literally was crying in school all the time. I was just not a happy person. I was crying all the time. Like I would cry and say it wasn't his fault, but it was his fault. He was not a good person. Um, it's getting 100 degrees in here. Um, Kind of just learning to love myself was such a blessing. And then when you learn to love yourself, it's easier to love other people. And that's kind of when my boyfriend I have now showed up in my life. Give me a second because I love him so much. But he was with me the whole entire time. The boyfriend I have now, his name's Elijah. He's my homie. I love him. Um, he really he kind of just showed me how I should have been treated the whole time. Um, he's been my friend for 3 years, has loved me for 3 years, um, has cared about me for 3 years, and has always been there for me, and I've always been there for him. And the funny story is that that's like a whole video on its own because I could talk about him for like 7 years straight. But like we were each other's support system without even knowing it because we never talked about the depressing stuff with each other until after we started dating, and then we were like, dude, we were like helping each other out. And he just kind of, was my support system throughout dating my ex, and was like basically asking me how I was doing all the time, and was making sure that I was being treated all right, and was just being like there for me like a good person should. And ever since I started dating him, I've been a lot more of a happy person, just kind of doing my thing. Me and him, I can't start talking about him because I'll go on a rant, but um, but yeah, that's a whole video on itself. If you would like a video on how we like met and stuff, that would be cute because we honestly, our like whole thing sounds like a movie, to be honest. So if you would like a video like that, that would be grand. I would love making that video. But yeah, like the thing is about depression is that it doesn't just get better. Like you really have to take, and it never really does. If you have chronic depression, it takes huge steps, like huge steps to be like better, because it took me leaving a year long relationship of like just mental abuse, took me trying in school, and it took me dressing myself and loving myself and protruding that, like just protruding happiness and trying to make other people happy. That's what it took to make me happy. And I'm like still not all the way there. That's why I haven't been making YouTube videos, because exams and all these normal teenage stuff really goes overboard for me. Like I start to get really bad, and I only have two huge support systems in my life that are other than my family. Um, because my family's always been a huge support system in my life, but you know that like when you're a teenager, that it's like you can't really go to your family. It feels that way, which I know that, but it's just like that's how it is, to be honest. Like, you know that, like, that's just how it is. So, I have my best friend Chloe, and I have my best friend slash boyfriend Elijah, and I love them to death. And you have to have a support system like that. If you don't feel like you can talk to your family, I don't know why I said it so weird like that, but like if you can't talk to your family, try to find a good friend. And I thought I had a lot of good friends, and they end up leaving me, telling me my problems were superficial, basically treating me like crap. And I'm sorry, my TV's like doing a bunch of weird stuff. But it's like I you have to learn who your real friends are, because if you don't, that's also gonna take a toll on you. Um, because having people that truly love you in your life and taking care of you and just like really understanding why you act the way you do sometimes, because you can see my boyfriend. He's gonna hate me for that, but like, um, he's so cute. But so basically, you have to learn yourself, because if you can't say that you can't say that you are good on your own, because nobody's good on their own. Like, if that was the truth, you know, God would have made us that way, that we didn't need everybody else. But there is a reason why we're so emotionally dependent on people. You need to have a support system, and you need to be able to talk to people, because being able to talk, even if you make like video diaries, this has become like a 10-minute video, almost a 11-minute video. But all in all, if you need a support system, I'm always here. I'm legit, like, I'm really good with advice. I'm really good calming people down. If you really need someone, I'm always here. You can text me. I'll love you. Call me at 3 o'clock in the morning if you gotta. I'll give you my number. I'm not doing that online. It'd have to be like on the DL. But like, you talk to me whenever you need me. I'm always here. Um, but yes, this is an 11-minute video, so I'm trying to wrap it up. But if you want more like serious videos like this, it'll be a lot more organized, just because I decided to make this video so last minute, because I really did. I already pre-filmed a video of me doing a Q&A and was just like, yeah, this is not it. Like, I can't do this. I can't like just like lie, because that's not how I was feeling. Um, but if you want more videos like this and have actual structure, like, points, and if you need, ask me questions, because I'll answer those in videos too. I'm going to be posting more singing videos if you want. I'm just going to get a lot better, since, I've mentally been getting a lot better. If you want a video on my relationship I have now, because like how we met and stuff, because it's a really good story. I love that story. It's the best. um if you just have any questions about anything, I'm always here. Text me. My Instagram, I'll leave in the description. um yeah, like my Instagram, I'll leave my Facebook if you want it. Just, let me know. I'm always here. But I love y'all, and until next time, stay blessed.